kangaroo and up the tree.
Oh my god! You wanna play some cricket,
I'm
mate?
just trying to think of the different animal. Koala, it just came to me later. Yeah.
Oh, yes,
Oh, kangaroo was funnier.
Why am I now just thinking of different accents being pirates?
It's like the UN, but pirates. Okay.
Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag Australian DLC. I will buy the shit out of that. Absolutely. Oh, God. Anyway, we should probably get started.
Yeah.
Officially.
Hello, this is Karto 1989 for the BlazeCast for September 2013. With me is Halo Hunter.
Yes, I'm here not because I'm fond of humans, but because I love Sangelios.
Weird.
You knew where that was from? Good for you.
God.
Nretsew.
Yes, hello everyone. It's a bit late this time, but, you know, shit happens.
And Dominic.
I blame everyone for this.
Oh, isn't that usually Hunter's line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was only writing the lawsuit while he wasn't looking.
So, we're actually recording this podcast a bit late because...
it's long due as well.
Yeah.
It's probably the longest one that's been, seccancelled. Or maybe
Yeah,
the second long. I think one of them went for 3 months, as I recall.
Maybe. Well, yeah, real life sort of took over, so couldn't really control it. Had to wait until now.
I know, our fan has been waiting.
Yeah, our one guy that watches
One.
the show.
Again.
It sort of ruined our plan, really, because we were meant to make fun of Hunter because he wasn't going to be here.
Yeah, and I insisted.
We can still do that. We'll just do it every time his internet cuts out. We can make fun of it for nothing.
Yeah.
That's too common. Please don't.
Hey, that's a better chance, though.
Yeah. So I went to Alcon and screw the rest of you.
Yeah.
For
a minute there, I thought he said I went to Alcon and I screwed everyone.
I did that too. Or at least I tried.
Well, we'll be finding out what happened with Hunter's Alcon trip a little bit later, but obviously first we've got to get through...
Hunter's Alcon adventure.
Yeah. Got to get through the little bits of news that we have. So, first up... Well, it's actually kind of glad that Sora isn't here for this one, because the first bit of news is Persona 4 Arena 2 has been revealed.
Oh, shit.
Oh, son of a gun.
The Persona news continues.
Yep.
The Persona news continues.
Always got to have it in there. So, yeah, it's going to include Yukari and Junpei from Persona 3 as playable characters. And I think this is sort of making fun of Sora, because it didn't come so long after he said that there was never going to be a sequel to it. He hates Persona 4 Arena, so what they do then? How's the sequel?
Why would you let me sleep before my news?
You know what we need to do, Karto? We need to make a special section for the Persona
You
news.
do need a section. You need your
Really
own
a special...
podcast.
It's the first bit of Persona news in a few months, actually. So
You could have combined them all together, and it would have been 10 hours long by now.
Yeah, it would have.
You need a Persona spoiler cast. That's all you need.
oh
You would do that.
boy.
You would talk about the new Personas. You would talk about the games you played. You would talk about your lusting for the games. It's fucking hell. I thought your love for Sonic the Hedgehog was overly, creepy, but fuck that.
You're the one
the
who's
only one who hates him for this.
You're the one who's dragging it out,
Speak up.
Hunter.
Yeah.
I was cutting out. Oh.
No, I was saying you were dragging it out. I was ready to move on. You kept dragging it out.
The
That's the
Otaku Blaze
first.
Hold on, the Otaku Blaze podcast, where we don't understand each other at all.
And just bitch at each other.
Yep.
Yep.
Mainly Hunter.
Hey,
Well, it is true.
I am well loved by the community.
Bullshit.
One guy.
Well loved by the community. What fucking community? I didn't know we happy with
At least
that.
we got a good start off with this one. But
Yeah.
okay, continue.
Okay, let's see, well, it's a bit late now, but as a bit of a surprise, really, Ruby is being streamed on Crunchyroll.
Yes, it is. I am so fucking happy about that.
Yeah, I was like,
Is there already
what?
a website able to view it? You know, YouTube.
No,
No,
but
no.
actually, I think doesn't Crunchyroll get it like slightly earlier? Than
No, they
everywhere else?
get it at the exact same time.
What
Well,
to do?
they get it before the YouTube upload though.
Yeah,
so that's something.
Yeah, it's like they get it at the same time as it appears on the Rooster Teeth website.
I mean, I assume the only benefit is that like more people who didn't know of Rooster Teeth will see it, and they get more, views.
Yeah.
But
Well, considering the fact Crunchyroll has hosted like every single one of the trailers as a news story, I kind of don't see it as much as a surprise, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's still a bit strange though.
I would assume that there was a little bit of money transfer involved in this.
Maybe.
Either from Crunchyroll trying to get a hold of Ruby or Rooster Teeth trying to get Ruby on the site, one or the other, but I think there was probably some kind of deal struck to get this to happen.
Yeah.
someone kissed someone's ass,
Yeah.
But I'm not complaining, because to be perfectly honest, it's actually easier for me to stream Rooster Teeth at school on Crunchyroll than it is on roosterteeth.com website. So,
Yeah.
hey.
I just always.
still think they would have done better putting their resources into making more Dead Fantasy than Ruby, but
Yeah.
Although Ruby in Dead Fantasy, that would be quite cool to see.
Oh, Jesus.
Hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah, because I mean, it's just what always makes me laugh is the fact that the video that goes on Crunchyroll is the same one that goes on Rooster Teeth website, which is always the one which has the technical hiccups.
Of course.
Because whenever it goes, whenever people notice any technical hiccup, they always fix it for YouTube.
Yeah.
So I think.
I
I
should
think
let-
Master of
I should let
technical
my friend
hiccups,
know
like
this.
Dub Happy. Almost like every single video on Dub Happy website is like broken. Every single one almost.
I should let my friend know about that, because at school I've got this one friend. He's the same guy that I got into Miku. He has gone completely batshit for Ruby.
Oh
Like,
god.
He downloads every single episode onto his phone and fucking watches it like 50 times. I'm just like, dude, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, I
The
like it, but not that
Asian
bad.
friend again.
No, it's Matt. He's my
Alright. If it
He's
was,
not.
I was about to suggest you should bring him on one time, but okay.
I should try. Well, the thing is, he lives on a farm. He's got no internet, so he would have to come here to record it. So I would have to get him
A
up.
high-tech Asian living on a farm with no
No,
internet.
he's not Asian.
No, the other guy. Whatever.
What are you
Ruin the
talking
story.
about? No, he doesn't have any internet, so I'll have to get him down here to do it. He's the same friend that I got into Neptunia as well. I've got him into a lot of things. I opened his horizons.
Why am I just like imagining you going one of us, one of us, one of us?
I actually do that on regular occasions just as a joke, and he finds it fucking hilarious.
Because like, what haven't you got him into that you've got from us, really?
I don't know. I'm thinking like we're currently watching Watanabe, and he said he was quite enjoying that. So I don't know.
Oh boy.
He's getting up there, so we'll see how
We
that.
need more hardcore otaku to talk about this stuff with, because it's just the two of you back and forth.
Generally,
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, shall we move on?
yeah. Moving on to a few bits of gaming news. First up, Nintendo Facepalm.
It's for kids.
You knew exactly what was coming, didn't you?
A family.
Oh, I know what it is. The stripping game.
Well,
Yeah.
I will
I
be
watched
talking
Screw
about-
Attack. I know
I
what
don't
it
know.
is.
Hold on, I don't know if Karto is going to mention this, but I'm going to mention it later. But let's just continue.
Yes, for those unaware, Nintendo are bringing out a new version of the Nintendo 3DS called the Nintendo 2DS.
Way to go, assholes.
No, okay, I'm going to stop everyone right here. I'm fine with this because it's for kids. They have specifically said that they are targeting 7 and under, and I'm sitting there going, you know what? That's fine. You know,
And in
Yes,
Australia,
it's-
that's like 17 or something.
It's fine, but
Australia, that's
Look.
like 17.
Nretsew, it's fine, but it's also pointless.
It is pointless because, although I can kind of get where they're coming from though, because I know that there are young kids that snap the shit out of the normal DS with hinges. So I know for a fact that eventually that can get quite expensive. So I see, like, they've noticed a problem and they're trying to fix it. Also, taking the 3D out of it is also good, but can't you just?
Well, I just don't.
The Game Boy.
Well, I just don't see
It's
the point,
good.
because obviously the 3DS is meant to be a handheld,
Sure.
something you could put in your pocket. I'd love to see someone try to put the 2DS in a pocket.
That's true. That is true, and that's something that I had a few tweets about this, I think, a while back. But the thing is that, like I said, it's. I mean,
And plus,
don't know,
ultimately,
It should be like.
yeah, obviously a kid can break the hinges on a 3DS, but with the 2DS, aren't they going to break the screens?
yeah, and the stream's gonna get. That's something I noticed. They're gonna get scratched to shit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, taking it in and out of that cover thing that they're gonna ship it with. But I think the main reason people are gonna buy it, it's $100 cheaper. Like, let's be honest here. Like,
Yeah.
it's $100 cheaper, and that's going to be a big factor. Like, are you going to buy your 4-year-old a DS console that costs $400 or $300?
I'm not going to buy a 4-year-old anything.
I'm just using that as an example, but you get my point though. Like, you're gonna buy the cheaper version that has pretty much the same features and does exactly the same as the more expensive model, and it's probably safer for the kid because it doesn't have the 3D that could possibly blind the sucker.
Again, it sort of falls apart in the fact that what if the parent doesn't know anything about gaming?
That is
Which is
true.
quite common.
That is quite common. So
Yeah. All they're going to see is 2, 3. Which one's better?
Yes. Well, no, they'll see 2, 3, and then they'll see 3, 4 in terms of the price, and they'll be like, okay, I'm getting the one that's 2. You know, like they'll go for the lowest because that's what they always want to do, is go for the cheapest option. But yeah. Also, did anyone see anything like, I don't know? Hang on, I don't know if it was fake or not, but didn't they also have like a 1DS or something? Like,
Nah, that was just a joke.
Oh. That's a shame though, because considering the fact what Sony brought out recently.
Oh, we'll be getting to that.
Yeah.
So going back to what Karto was saying about the handholds having to fit inside your pocket, and that's like not a handheld if it can't fit in your pocket. So what if there was an untapped market here? What if there was like a mobile gaming console for like a car or something? And it's like, it can't fit in your pocket.
You plug your 2DS into your car and you play
Well,
Pokemon
you can actually do that, because I know PlayStation.
Sort of like a DVD player.
Yeah,
Mobile one.
you can actually get cars which have PlayStations built into the back of the chairs.
Yeah,
I've
seen them in movies.
That's cool. That is quite cool. And they've got like little screens in the backs, like
Yeah.
front seat backs and shit. That's actually kind of cool. I like that. That would keep the kids entertained on those 3-hour drives from fucking Dunedin to Christchurch.
It would go from "Are we there yet?" to a couple more minutes in the car, please.
No, it would go from "Are we there yet?" to "Oh my god, stop shooting me, you fucking new piece of shit!"
Literal swearing. That would be. It's like, how did you get that?
Let me
How
tell
did
you
get Call
right
of Duty?
now.
Yeah, it's a download.
Let me tell you right now. When I play Call of Duty, I swear like a fucking sailor. Those bastard quick scoping of a fuck
this game.
Yeah. Fucking quick scoping bitches. Anyway.
Well, speaking with things with guns, Mighty Number 9.
Ah, yes. I saw
Finally, the Mega Man game we wanted.
Oh,
Yes.
dude. It took him long enough to decide to do this.
Yeah, I just have to say, fuck you, Capcom.
Oh yeah, I bet Capcom is shitting themselves right now because
This is what
video.
happens when they cancel Mega Man Legends 3.
Yeah,
Because
dude.
you know what I've actually heard that they are fucking broke right now.
Yeah.
Like, no joke. They are legit broke. So, they are probably just going, oh my...
Yeah, because apparently,
damn.
I can't remember how much it was. I think it was like they have.
Yeah, it's shit all.
Yeah, they have
Shit all.
under 250 billion or something like that.
Now, people, you might think that's a big number. But
It's not.
Considering the fact, and because Karto is our numbers man, Karto, how much did it cost for them to make Resident Evil 6?
Ooh, millions.
Millions. How how much money did they make back on Resident Evil?
Thousands!
Exactly. There you go. And that's the big issue.
Yeah. Put this into perspective, people. Sega were willing to apparently pay $300 billion for Atlas. Sega have more money than Capcom.
That's pretty intense. So, yes.
They're both semi-fuck-ups, aren't they?
But let's have a chat about the actual game.
Yeah.
What do we think?
So obviously, for those unaware, Mighty Number 9 is the spiritual successor to the Mega Man franchise being created by Kenji Inafune.
And is that just a title, spiritual successor, or is it actual?
It's literally a Mega Man game without being Mega Man.
Mega Man, yeah. And that's pretty much, like, just because he's sick of them not making a Mega Man game.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I don't know if I can find a link to the Kickstarter and I can get the exact stats right now.
I mean, a game that lives up to its advertising, that's got to be a first.
Well, there was, I actually saw, somebody did like a quick online comic about it, and it was really good actually. Because it was basically Mega Man Volnut and Mighty 9 just standing on...
Did you just say Mega Man Donut?
Mega Man Volnut from Mega Man Legends.
What Donut from Red vs. Blue was the stage boss. It was like, fucking hell, that was sweet.
Karto, I'm not even going to begin to try and say this number, but it's got 17 days left, and this is how much it's already made.
Jesus!
It's got 17 days left. It has broken through pretty much all of its stretch goals, and they've had to add more. Currently, if it gets another, I don't know, 1 million-ish, they'll have a PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 version. And if they get up to 3-something million-ish, they'll have a Xbox One and PlayStation 4 version.
Oh boy.
I will have a link to the Kickstarter code so you can actually read it better
Yeah.
than I can. So, there you go.
I'll probably put it in the
Put it
description.
in the description too, because I actually really like. If I had money, I would be paying for this.
Oh yeah.
No joke. If I had money, because I don't have money right now. I'm flat ass broke.
Well, it's like
so
even people who aren't really into Mega Man or aren't really interested in the game itself are donating this just to screw over Capcom.
Alright,
Yeah, and
Carter, how much did you give them?
I haven't been able to. I want to, but I can't.
Some of the
But you have a job now.
Like,
you can afford it.
Not right now, I
also
can't.
Some of the stuff that you get for actually backing them is pretty decent. Like,
Yeah.
I think like one of the really high ones is like you can have dinner with
Yeah.
developers and shit. Like,
I'm looking at
yeah,
that
you get
actually.
$10,000. You can have dinner with Kenji, and there's like apparently quite a few of those left.
Will it be webcam?
Like, there's six left. No, you actually get to go, like, you get flown to a location.
No, I mean,
and you,
like, yeah, the one person who scores, like, the most will go there, but will it also be recorded for the
no,
other
no,
people to see?
no. There are 9 slots. Okay, so if 9 people spend 10,000 or more, they get flown to Tokyo, where they get to have dinner with them, like all of them.
And then there'll be, like, a whole, like, convention hall of them. It's like, well, this isn't as personal as I had hoped for.
Yeah.
Well, only 9 people can do it. So, but there are 6 spots left for that. So,
Wonder who paid that much then.
They're all trolls.
Yeah.
well, quite a few people. There's 6 out of 9 left. So
Yeah.
you know, there's some people that really want this game to happen.
Yeah.
And they
I'm
should do.
looking at the concept art now, and it's looking pretty fucking fine.
Yeah, the comic strip that I found, it's basically just Mega Man and Mighty just talking. It's like Mega Man just says to him, "Hey, it's in your hands now. Be sure not to screw up." And he just walks off, and you just see Mighty 9 just looking up at the moon, and he just sees all the different Mega Man versions, saying it all relies on me now. It's like that's
Mega Man
awesome.
versions are on the moon?
Sees a reflection on the moon, you idiot.
Anyway, but it looks very, 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 very good, and I definitely think that if you are able to back it, do it.
Yeah.
I reckon this game.
Why
needs to be-
feed your kids and pay your rent when you could back
You
this
can
game?
yes, exactly. Don't fuck your kids, fuck your wife, fuck everything. Buy
Fuck
this
everything. Screw over Capcom.
game. Yes. Because, like I said, Capcom must be shitting themselves right
Yeah.
now. That they are
Espe-
so shit.
Especially considering the bullshit reason they gave us for cancelling Mega Man Legends 3. Oh, fans weren't interested.
Yeah.
Bullshit!
Bullshit.
I didn't even
I have seen
remember that.
like if this thing has like knocked out most of its stretch goals, and so much so they've had to add more. Like, Karto, just list off some of these stretch goals for a minute, like, because I can't be bothered reading.
One of those stretch goals are to give middle
That's
finger
it.
to the group of people who did not back it. I mean, that's already got to be passed by now.
Let me just see. Okay.
Special fuck you in the credits.
Yeah. Stretch goals. It's got 2 more stages added. It's got a Mac and Linux version added, a new game plus and turbo mode, a making of documentary, and a boss rush mode already added. And they're coming close. They're coming really close to getting the console versions.
And a challenge
to be
mode,
fair,
an
once
extra
they've already
stage, and a boss.
To be fair, once they finish all of their stretch goals, are they actually allowed to add more? Because isn't that kind of a dick move? As is,
No, they can't.
Even more money, please.
No, they can't. No, they can because they're adding stuff to it. Like
Yeah,
they've also got
they
like a
can
challenge
add stuff,
mode, extra stage, and a boss. I mean, geez. And then there's also online co-op. They'll add as well into the challenge mode. And like I said, the current maximum one is a PlayStation 4, Xbox One version, and
I
that's
wonder if there'd be a Kickstarter for like the best game ever, and you just commit like $1 billion to it, and it's like the best game ever.
This one's got like quality behind it though. It's got the names and like just wow. But it's got 17 days left, and it's going to get an Xbox 360, PlayStation 3.
I'd be surprised if it doesn't get that released.
Cancelled by Capcom again.
I mean, 17 days left.
Yeah, 'cause
36,000 backers.
Yeah, because usually, like after the first few days, things slow down. Then right near the end, everything suddenly bursts up. So they could very easily at least get to 250 to around that.
I would say that's reasonable. I don't really think it needs to be on PlayStation 4 because I mean, if it gets the console version, it'll be on PC, Mac, Linux, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, Wii U. You know, it'll be on everything.
Because honestly, I get the feeling that given how well it's done, there's going to be some company having enough interest in it that they'll actually bring it to the newer consoles anyway.
Isn't it?
And also considering the fact that there are 3 other pledge goals that have not been reached yet, and they don't actually say what they are.
To play it on the moon.
Yeah.
Yep, sounds good to me. But yes, so that's my
gamer
number
in
9.
space. That would be fun actually.
So what
where?
other
What
news? Yes.
Yeah. So that's it. So yeah, go support that when you can. The last little bit of news. Right, Tokyo Game Show is coming up soon, so we'll probably have. I think that's actually. It's later. I think it's later this month actually.
Is it now?
Well,
I didn't Sony do their pre.
Yeah, that's what I'm actually getting to.
Yeah.
So yeah, might be next month. I'm not really certain. We might have all the news from Tokyo Game Show, but Sony decided to do something early.
They decided to pull a Microsoft
Yeah.
a show before the actual show.
Where they revealed a few games coming up for the PS4 in Japan.
Mostly Japanese-related titles. Nothing
Yep.
that the Eastern market would really give a crap about, other than us.
New Idol Master. Yeah.
They got Gundam Karto for my brother because he loves Gundam. So
Well,
got Gundam.
I mean, they also said that the PS4 won't be getting released in Japan until next year.
Now,
because they want to make certain that there's enough games for the Japanese crowd to be interested in.
And a lot of people have been going crazy about this, and it makes fucking sense.
It does.
Yeah, it makes, because why would you release a console with all Eastern developed games on it in the you get around why would you do that? Like why would you release a whole bunch the Japanese won't buy that.
Yeah.
Because the Japanese don't give a shit about Call of Duty. They don't give a shit about Shadowfall. They don't give a shit about anything. What they give a shit about is JRPGs and like they give a shit about stuff
Platforming
that
Mario.
they give a shit. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
it's generally platformers, JRPGs, and visual novels.
They don't give a shit about no first-person shooters. So
Well, there are a
it's
few
perfect
which
sense.
get through, but
Yeah, true, but like generally,
yeah,
it's perfectly logical for them to do this because there is nothing on that system that would sell the system at that point. And come to think of it, it's also logical because once they get released, there's gonna probably be a shit ton of bugs with the systems. I'm
Yeah.
predicting. And all that shit's going to get worked out, and then the Japanese will have probably the best version of the consoles,
Yep.
or at least the first models of the consoles, because you know they're going to come out with a slim version. You just
yeah.
fucking-
Actually, just speaking of release dates and all that, because the Xbox One finally revealed its release date, and it's actually pretty
Nice.
interesting.
Not releasing controllers with it.
Right, because what I believe this is, right, I can't remember the exact dates, but I know it's worked out that I believe in America the PS4 will be released first, and then the next week the Xbox One comes out.
yeah, that's
Here in
definitely.
Europe, it's the opposite way.
It's
No,
also sort of it's sort of some. I think it's PlayStation first, Xbox last for me. I think as well. Like it depends.
Yeah, I just like, how does,
I can check that actually. Just give me a moment.
it's just so weird that, yeah, they're releasing these
Country it
consoles.
originates in would release it last, and it's yeah.
Yeah, there's, because they're releasing it so close to each other. And it's like, okay, so if you live in America, probably you're going for the PS4 first. Over here, we're stuck with the Xbox One.
Okay, it's Xbox One first, PlayStation 4 second in New Zealand. It'll
Alright.
be the November the 22nd for the Xbox One and November the 29th for the PlayStation 4. So there's actually quite a bit of a gap.
All right. But I know it's like
Person-
one console first, the other the opposite, and then switch it over for the other countries. It's like, this is the first time I can really think of that that's happened.
Sure.
Although personally, my opinion, I don't care because I've
Yeah.
made a decision. I'm not buying either of them.
Same here.
'Cause
You're not
I
buying a
know-
PS4?
No,
That's
No,
I-
'cause-
no.
no. Listen to me, because I'm smart.
Yes,
Okay?
I know exactly where you're going with this, and I agree.
Yes. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get me a play.
You're going to
Oh,
steal a PS4?
No. I'm gonna buy me a 3DS possibly this month or next month. Get myself Pokemon Y, right? Wait it out a little bit. Maybe at Christmas time buy a cheap PlayStation 3 if I can find one, just so I can get my JRPGs and my Nip Junior. And then I'm gonna wait a year, see
Yeah.
what happens. Then I'm gonna get a PlayStation 4.
Yep.
Sure as hell not buying an Xbox One.
Oh, yeah.
Because here's the thing, I damn well know that within a year they're going to announce a fucking PlayStation 4 Slim or an Xbox fucking One Tiny or a frickin' whatever. I just know
A new model.
that they're going to do some shit like that. So there is
There's going to be
no
some
point.
patches, I'm sure.
Yeah, there'll be patches, there will be fixes. The bloody Xbox One's probably going to red ring again.
Slightly cheaper.
You know,
More memory.
I am adamant that the best decision is just not to buy either of them.
Yep.
I'm not going to fall into the trap. I've decided I'm just not going to get
And
either of them.
yeah, because
Yeah.
it's as I've kind of learned with this release, it's better to wait for the console because then you've got a good library of games to select from.
Because really, at the moment, the release day lineup for both of them is pretty shit.
Yep.
I mean, what do we got? We got, like, on the PlayStation 4 side, I'm looking here, we've got Ghosts, we've got Assassin's Creed, Battlefield 4,
The only
Watch Dogs,
the only-
Shadowfall.
well, the only original game I can think of for both consoles as a launch lineup game is Knack for the PS4.
Knack and Shadowfall will be for the PlayStation 4. Dead Rising 3 and, what's it called, fucking Rise will be the two exclusives for the Xbox One. Personally, I think the PlayStation 4's got a slightly better lineup because I think Killzone and Knack are stronger. But Dead Rising's going to pull in a lot of people, though. I know
Yeah.
that for a fact because my cousin plays that series quite a lot, and it pulls in quite a lot of people. So, like I said, wait. I recommend if you're watching this, just wait it out for a year. Wait it out. Just trust me on this.
See,
Just-
remember,
You kind of
it's Dead Rising. It's Capcom. They have to fuck it up somewhere.
exactly.
Wait.
Exactly.
kind of mislead my question though, because I said you're not going to buy one, and you said no, I'm not going to buy one until a year later. That's not really what I was asking, but
You
I knew,
asking whether or not we were
I
going to
knew
buy
you
one.
were going to buy it in like a year's time. We're not retards here. I mean, we can't just. And I don't mean that offensive. Shut the fuck up. And yeah,
Anyway,
I knew you were going to wait a year for it. The same with anyone. No one would buy it straight away unless you're a freaking
people
billionaire.
Millions of people are going to buy them day one.
for day one.
Yeah,
Like,
with
it's
extended
gonna-
credit, and they're going to return them instantly. You know
Yeah.
damn well how this works.
Yeah, it's a scheme, but like I said, I'm definitely getting X and Y though. So I know I'm getting a free DS. Hopefully, if not this month, but next month, because I want to get one of those special 3DSs. That's the Pokemon one.
Yeah.
Just because it looks nice. It's a little bit more money, but hey, if I can get it in a bundle, that would be nice as well.
Yeah.
EB Games, I'm talking to you.
Cause I mean,
True,
It's
well,
actually,
you might be able
it's
to get
actually
that one.
really weird because I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but in New Zealand, the special X and Y
Nobody
Pokemon
respects me.
3Ds. Hold on, hold on, I'll let you speak, but just give me a minute. The special 3DS XLs for Pokemon X and Y come out this month on the 27th, but the game doesn't come out till October 12th. Wouldn't you think that you would release those both at the same time and bundle them together?
yeah, that's pretty
Yes, I would
stupid.
probably do
Like that's
that.
what I mean. That's what I'm seeing on EB Games. Like they haven't actually announced a bundle. They just got like the console releasing before
And also-
the game.
Question:
It makes no
What
sense.
was the point in doing that? Because really, wouldn't it be better to advertise the 2DS with the Pokemon stuff?
I don't.
Actually, I heard somewhere they were supposed to be releasing that at the same time as the Pokemon games.
I don't know. But I'm going to check on EB Games now and see if that has changed.
Hmm.
It probably has not. I'm going to assume. Let's have a look. Choose.
Yeah. Because I mean, just getting back with the actual consoles and everything. I mean, there's still a few games on the Wii U that I'm interested in. I still don't have any interest in buying the thing.
Yeah. I had a chance to see Pikmin 3 while I was at the con. They actually had some Wii U's set up.
Yeah.
But I didn't get anywhere near it. There was quite a few people crowding around it.
Yeah. Because I mean, there's the Legend of Zelda Wind Waker edition of the Wii U.
Yeah.
And
I mean-
there's also that limited edition Ganondorf figurine which comes
Hmm.
with Wind Waker. I still have no interest.
Even
Yes.
if it was a Ganondorf statue, you wouldn't buy it. Although that would be sweet.
Anyway, I've just had a little look-see, and from what I can tell, the special 3DS XLs are not going to be bundled. So for me, it's going to cost $348 for the console, $78 for the game when that comes out. But the 2DS is going to be $178 New Zealand, and that
Sure.
comes out at the exact same time as Pokemon, the exact same day. So I would have expected them to bundle those two together, but
Yeah.
nope.
Because again, parents are just going to see a Pokemon branded 3DS and think, oh, my kid loves Pokemon, I'll get him that.
Hmm.
Yeah, parents are stupid.
Yep. But
Ugh.
yes. Anyway, on Pokemon, how about we ask the question: which version you getting?
Don't really care, to be
All
honest.
of them.
I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get it this year, actually.
Yeah, because
I know. I'm getting Y. That fucking legendary looks sick.
I mean,
When
I-
the number of Pokemon games matches the number of Pokemon, that's when I get them all.
yeah. Look, I have nothing against X and Y. I mean, I probably will end up with one, but I'm not that interested in Pokemon anymore.
The main reason I'm getting so into
No,
it is
it was
because
getting in the way of
need-
your Persona playing.
Ha
No, but the reason I'm getting hyped into it is because I need to upgrade my DS, because the only DS I've got right now is a DS Lite. And it doesn't connect to the internet no more. So I
Yeah.
need to get a new upgrade. So I'm thinking I might as well just get Pokemon and a free DS. Like, I might as well.
I actually,
And that way I can
Like a map.
promo-
I actually still have my original DS. You know, the big grey brick
Yeah.
one, and I just use that to play Game Boy Advance games.
Oh yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do with my DS Lite, because I've got Pokemon Emerald and I can play that on there. So I miss that actually, but you know, you can't always have
I
backwards
lost my
compatibility
DS.
forever.
I really did.
Anyway, let us move on. Is there anything else?
Well,
Okay.
really, we kind of got really off track.
Yeah, we
So,
did.
Yeah.
so yeah, getting back to Sony's pre-TGS conference.
Well, do remind me to pick a bone with Dominic one over here later on. But
Yeah.
Continue.
So, they announced a new version of the PlayStation Vita, which is going to be a bit cheaper, bit slimmer, and have a crapper screen.
Have a shitty screen.
It's true. Everybody's been complaining about how the screen's going to be shit.
It's because they had to cut costs somewhere.
Yeah.
You know?
It's understandable why they did it, but yeah, I'm kind of glad that I've got one of the normal ones now.
Mm.
Wait, you talk about
Think of
the
it this way,
ordinary
though.
PSPs, not the Vita.
Yeah, I've got a Vita.
Well,
Yeah.
last time I was around there, you didn't have one.
It was some
Kind
time
of
ago.
upgraded it. He upgraded while you weren't looking. Anyway.
Yes.
God damn it. So now you can play that one game then.
I've got quite a few games now. I've got PlayStation Plus, so I can download games for free.
Karto is actually a really private person. He never shares anything, really.
I swear one of these days I'm gonna go around there and nick everything.
I know, I am so tempted to pull a fucking heist at his room someday. You
He's
and
gonna
me one
steal
day.
all the shit. Yeah, we're gonna come to his house and steal all his shit.
We'd be overburdened and then we're like instantly caught. It's
Oh god! Oh, so all this
too many
merchandise is so
Transformers
heavy.
toys.
Oh my god, they're so heavy. Anyway, let's continue.
Yeah, so the other thing they announced, which sadly they have also said is not coming to US or Europe, even though it's kind of
Yet.
stupid for them not to.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yet,
yeah,
but they've,
yeah, I
Yet.
guess.
they've said they have no interest. It's like,
Oh,
What?
until cash comes
They
along.
have no interest yet,
Yeah.
Karto.
they better fucking release this.
Look, they will have interest once they realise it'll make them money.
Yeah.
I agree with Nretsew. I mean, they just want to stir up controversy by saying
Yeah.
they're not going to do it. It's
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
a common.
yeah.
It's a common thing.
the item that we're talking about is the PlayStation Vita TV.
No, that won't come.
And let me just say, it is fucking genius.
Yes. It's basically just a white box that allows you to play PS1, PSP, and non-touch screen using Vita games on your TV.
Yep.
Are they scratched out graphics or are they all crystal clear?
I believe it's upscaled it's going to upscale the graphics.
I would say it would be upscaled.
Okay.
But yeah, so
Played it on a movie screen size television.
yeah.
It's gonna look wonderful.
Well, considering most Vita games are HD,
yeah,
so
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
they won't look that bad really. But yeah, if a game uses the touch screen in any way, there's a very good chance it's not going to be compatible with it.
I have a strange
Oh well,
feeling
that means I won't be able to play
I have a
Uncharted Golden Abyss then.
I have a strange feeling that they will try and find a workaround for that for
Yeah,
some games.
I do get the feeling that they'll probably add patches to the more popular ones.
No, you don't know what I think they're going to do? They'll add support for the PlayStation 4 controller, which has a touchpad on it.
Maybe, because that's the other thing.
There
That's
you
the other
go.
thing. You play the games using a PS3 controller.
Well,
touch-
I was
touch
reading
screen
something
joypad,
about this
easily.
last night, and it said that at some point they will have a patch for like the DualShock 4 controllers.
Yeah,
or
because
something.
you are actually going to be able to cross-play PS4 games when it's been released.
Yes, and that's what I mean. I am highly... That's what I think is going to fix the whole unable to use the touchpad thing, because there'll be a touchpad built in. Look, see, that's what I mean. They're being smart about this.
Yeah.
They're being very, very smart about it. They know what they're doing. I wouldn't be surprised if they put the touchpad into the PlayStation 4 controller for this very purpose. I would not be surprised. Like, I really wouldn't.
I wouldn't
They're
be
being
either, to
very,
be
very
honest.
smart. No, I wouldn't. I would very easily believe that. I think they've definitely fought ahead with some of this stuff. Especially, like, I actually think the main reason if I'm going to buy one is so that I can have the PlayStation 4 downstairs, have that little Vita thingy hooked up to my computer's monitor, and then I could just change the input, and then I could play my PlayStation 4 games upstairs while my family watches TV downstairs. It's fucking genius! Of course that is if it ever makes it down here, but I'm adamant it will. There's no fucking way. Like, it would make them too much money for them to not bring it down here.
And plus, maybe, just maybe, it might actually finally allow people to do Vita Let's Plays on YouTube.
Indeed, that would be quite good.
Maybe. I don't know everything, but it might work, might not. I do find that pretty weird that the Vita is the only console people can't record footage from. They've even been able to get the 3DS.
Probably right, yeah.
They can do.
It's big. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, they can do 3DS video capturing, but they can't do Vita.
It's because the it's because the Vita. I don't think the Vita has an output.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking that this
Yeah.
TV thing might actually allow people to do that. For select games.
Recording the screens.
Yes, because obviously the Vita little box is going to have an output to connect to the television. So, yes, yeah. Any other news?
Nope. Roll up on
You're
news.
wrong. You are so fucking wrong. Because I'm going to link you guys something so amazing.
Oh god.
Guess what's getting a 3DS game in Japan? DxD is getting a 3DS game, and look at the fucking bonuses.
Oh,
This
fuck.
is amazing. Okay, for those who do not know, High School DxD is getting a 3DS game. Oh yes, November the 28th in Japan. Yes, and some of the
You just want
extras-
those belts, don't you?
Maybe the headphones are pretty snazzy as well.
No, I think
Dominic's just like, nope. Also, the Blu-rays are coming out pretty soon as well, and I'm also a little bit excited about that as well. So yeah, yes, I am very happy about this, because not only is it like, wait, Nintendo, you're putting an adult game on your console? What?
Well,
Here
it
we
is.
go.
It is. You know, the Japanese side. So.
Indeed. It just seems a little bit
can
odd.
get away with anything.
Yep.
Yes, I heard about this a while back, but this is like the time when it's become big news. So I figured I would bring it up because we should have personal news stories. We each have one news story that we can bring up, like on a personal.
Totally do that.
Yeah.
I keep
this is my
I
personal-
keep trying to let you guys have stuff to talk about, but you never do.
But yes, because as
Alright,
people
from
might
here on out, we shall try.
Yeah.
Shut up.
As people might know, I am a huge High School DxD fan because that series is just, the plot is amazing. Just yes.
I almost thought you said the porn was amazing.
No, that too. That too.
Damn it.
But the plot. I love the plot to the show, and I think a lot of people can agree with me that it is actually very well made. So I'm happy that it's definitely getting a game. So if eventually it does make its way down here, which is not,
Yeah.
I'll buy it.
And that's the thing, it's never going to come down there. And you have to remember, the 3DS is region locked.
I know that.
So you can't play it, no matter
I
what.
know that. I'm still freaking happy about it because, it's always the chance. You never know. If
Bullshit!
DxD gets enough- Hey, if DxD gets enough popularity down here, you never know.
It's never going to fucking happen.
Karto, people say that about Project Diva, and look what fucking happened.
Yeah, that's because Miku's popular all over the world.
No, I know, don't... Yeah, anyway. So, that's my personal news story.
Is it about time for my Alcon?
Yeah, go ahead. You got your Alcon stuff.
It was a massive fuck up.
Yeah,
Personally, just for me, basically. Everyone else seemed to have fun, but you know me, I'm not that much of a fun guy.
and remember,
But, I
did
do
you?
have legitimate reasons to be unhappy here.
Well,
Let's
that's-
just assume I'm being a bitch.
Can I just ask? Did you take any of those little things that I gave you a list of things
Yeah.
to remember.
No,
Just-
I wrote down every single one of them. I handed them to the dealers.
No, not that. I gave you a list of things to make certain that you do, like plan out what you want to do
I
and
did
when you
that.
want to do it.
No, this is part of my rant, basically. Everything fucked up out of my control. All the planning, all the things I wanted to do, except for 1 or 2 things, out of my control, cancelled. It was
you
a
couldn't go to the
disaster.
hentai panel.
I didn't go to that. I went to, I think, one of Dargord Bruntelfoss's shows at that time. But I wouldn't have gone to that one anyway. I have enough porn. Anyway, so,
You have enough DXD.
I have enough porn. It's a burden. Anyway, the first thing I was going to, it was like the tabletop gaming sort of thing, the fantasy role playing shit.
Yeah.
And I was trying to get into this shit. Okay. So, and at the time there was nothing else on. It was like half the day, nothing was on besides the pub. I don't have that much fun inside bars, obviously. So I went over there. So I sat there for like a fucking hour waiting for them to start, because it was meant to start at that time I got there. They all just sat around. No, we're not doing anything yet. And then they do it, and it was the crappiest game I have ever played ever. Now that's fine. It's fine if it's between friends to do that, but aren't they meant to be trying to encourage people to be into this stuff for people who have not done it?
So
They fucked it.
it was a lot worse than the one you had fun with at SCon.
Yeah, because the one at SCon was an actual game, and it had
It was a
figurines and rules and things that consisted throughout the game. This was making up shit on the spot. It was basically a party game. You know, you could do it anywhere. And well, the shitty game, I should probably just say this anyway, because it really was very poor. You just pretend to be characters and tell stories, and people are meant to, like, catch up on your loopholes. And you know what the weird thing is? It's meant to be a drinking game. We were not drinking. So that was basically the first problem. And then it's like, after that game, another hour waiting or so. And then they did like a sort of, what they called, larks. They did a sort of lark around the building.
You mean lark, not lark.
Yeah. Yeah, you handed me my ass that one. I'm sorry, I'm not as nerdy as you, Dominic one. My feelings are hurt.
Hey, I'm not nerdy. I just know these things because I hang around with people who tend to do these things.
Yeah, that's
The
the point I'm
Dominic
gonna
one is
pick
in the
with you,
crowd.
trust.
The Dominic one is in the hood. He's part of the game.
That's the point I'm going to pick with you, Dominic. I assure you on that. Yeah. But they had one of those
You're going to have a go at me for something I did on Sunday.
Yeah, I am. I'll tell you in a minute why. Okay. But anyway, they had a LARP.
Sorry, you said that so posh. I had a
I
LARP.
had to be very clear.
I had a laugh.
They had a
out of
laugh.
the backyard.
And it was a complete disaster. No one knew what the fuck they were doing. It was very poorly described to us, and no one knew who was who. And to make things even worse, my character sheet, to which I needed help to read anyway, I was a mute dinosaur. I meant to be a mute dinosaur. But okay.
What's that, Yoshi? Someone stole your tongue?
So there goes any chance of interaction. Like half the time I spent there. So half the time I was like, I'm a dinosaur, just to piss people off. And and then half the game I was told, oh, you could talk, you're in human form. Well, thanks for explaining that detail to me halfway through the game. But and no one, I don't think anyone won. I think at the end of it, everyone sort of ganged up who was playing and like took whatever quest pieces they needed to win. They just fugged it, which I was trying to do from the very start. That was day one. Imagine what fun I had on day one with that happening.
Is that all you did that first day?
I had very little fun. The stores weren't open on that first day, which is...
You didn't even go to the opening ceremony?
Nope.
Oh, you idiot!
Why?
The opening ceremony at the one I went to was brilliant.
Why?
They did like loads of games with the entire crowd. And it was hilarious.
And the games I was playing was whatever. You just assume I went to all the wrong events, right? Make that assumption.
Oh God! I knew you going alone was a disaster.
You didn't go alone.
I didn't go alone. I brought James, which is a friend of mine and Dominic's, who is actually being quite insufferable. He was
Cunts.
He was constantly saying salty pork from
What?
Lord of the Rings, the fucking dwarf guy. He was constantly saying salty pork. He was like, James, that's not
Shut
funny.
the fuck up.
Can you shut up about this? And he was like, salty pork. Like, over and over and fucking again. He was really getting on my tits, and I do have fabulous tits, by the way. So that was the first day. The hotel was quite good. The college rooms,
Yeah.
university rooms, they were really nice. I
Yeah.
was really surprised about them. The problem in the college room was the person next to me. Probably the only person on my floor who had a girlfriend. Because he would spend up days just talking to this person while I'm trying to sleep. Fucking joy.
So
I had
there was no love action then.
No, there was no love. There was just
Well,
a lot of talking.
I mean, the worst thing that happened to me while I was in the rooms, it's like it was late at night, so I was just trying to get to sleep,
This is
and
my con story.
and someone just like banged on my door. I was like, what the hell was that? So I just go over and just open it up a bit. And there's a guy there, quite clearly half drunk. He's going, "Oh, sorry, mate, I've got the wrong room. I'm the last room on this floor. How have you fucked this up? I'm hidden in a corner."
Yeah, mine too. You probably thought it was on the opposite side, unless your rooms are different to mine.
I was literally hidden behind the shower.
Sure. Hidden behind. Yeah, I think you may have stayed in the same kind of building as I did. It was the rooms were surrounded by a garden.
Might have been.
Yeah, there was like a little sort of a garden sort of in the middle, and you walk through and get to your building. Oh, by the way, my building was the only one whose door was broken.
Joy.
So you're meant to scan your room key to like open the main apartment building. It was broken. That fills me with a lot of security and like confidence.
There's always
No
one
one's gonna
door.
rob your stuff at all.
I know there's multiple doors. No one can get inside the room without the key. But still, it wouldn't stop like hoodlums mugging you on the way in. But that didn't happen. Although that one thing almost gave me an opportunity to score, and I tell you why. And I was making conversation. It wasn't a rape. Shut the fuck up. I was making conversation with a cosplayer girl who was dressed as the Joker, the recent Joker, the one, and she was like saying, "Yeah, my apartment door is broken. So, I think that's my room." I could almost like ask her up to my room. We're in the same building, but it didn't get to that, sadly. So I had to like a pretty rough night because those two people were talking. I had to compromise and make some earplugs out of pieces of garbage, basically. I had to do it. It was really uncomfortable, but the pain was better than the noise. So the next day, I'm probably going to tell the days out of order, but I got anyway, the foam prop workshop, right? You assume I was looking forward to this, right, Karto?
I think you said that, yeah.
Yeah, the foam prop workshop. Guess what the foam prop workshop was?
What?
Cancelled. They didn't have the equipment. They didn't have the pieces of material. Oh, thanks. So I just spent this entire time inside the room, waiting for this to start. Oh, and they didn't just straight up tell it, by the way. They just waited for like half an hour for me to ask them if it's going on. And yeah, that really pissed me off. So the Phone Prop Workshop was cancelled, and the other one, the Make Your Own Cosplay Workshop. Guess what? That one was, Karto.
Cancelled again, I guess.
Kinda. Instead of actually teaching you how to do the costumes, which I'm sure they were meant to do, they instead have a lecture of like how to make the costumes and rubbish like that. Which, considering there was already a lecture to do this sort of thing anyway, it was kind of pointless. So another thing I didn't get to do, even though I was really looking forward to it, and the modelling workshop. Guess what happened in that one, Carter? Cancelled. Another lecture about how to make the models, where to get the model pieces, good ways of getting around problems and shit like that. Yeah, the guy even had the model kits with him, and he said, nah, we don't have enough. There's like 12 people here, and I can see how many model kits you have. You probably do have enough. You're just being cheap and keeping them all to yourself, I'm sure.
We should have said that to him. That would have been great.
Yeah. To be fair, I wasn't really excited about that one, but nonetheless, cancelled again. So in between this workshops, I went to the gaming rooms, and played the Smash Brothers and the Halo tournaments.
Yeah.
Guess what happened with the Smash Brothers?
Broke.
No, actually that one went on perfectly fine. Guess what happened to the Halo tournament?
Red ring.
That one was cancelled because... please guess why it was cancelled.
It's easy. Someone's
There was
ring.
not enough Halo. There was not enough Halo.
There was more than enough. The consoles as well, the Xboxes and the PS3s there, all blew up.
And what? Whoa! They exploded.
Basically, they broken. I just want to say they blew up.
So most likely there was probably like a power surge or something.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Power surge. And
why does no one invest in surge protection?
Yeah.
Like me.
Trust me, they'll remember that next year.
No, they won't.
No.
Not unless someone sends them a lot of tweets saying, get surge protectors right now, otherwise we'll hunt you down.
I mean, in my house, everything is fucking surge protected. Every single multi-box, surge protected. Every single PowerPoint, surge protected. Like, there's literally 2 layers of surge protection on everything.
That's the strange thing. I've never heard of electrical devices like breaking stuff like that. Because
that's because everyone has surge protection.
No. It's like, no, we have to check your phone charger, otherwise it might blow out the socket. That has never happened. I thought that was like an urban myth to me.
Usually when you have a surge, it's because the power's recently come down. Because actually I had a power outage recently and everything kind of like, apparently a lot of people's stuff exploded. Because what happens is when the power gets suddenly cut, let's say a power pole falls down, the surge of energy from when it fell over goes through the lines and it goes into people's houses. So it kind of can fuck with shit sometimes. So that's why you get surge protection on everything. Because otherwise your shit's going to explode. So, yeah.
So I did get to take part in the Smash Brothers tournament, as well as get to play it before they were just fucking about with the consoles. And guess who won the tournament?
Not you.
Yep. You guessed it right. I got second of the first round because these two guys, they were really good, but they were kind of fucking, pansy players, as in avoid everyone, get quick characters, and use everyone as a human shield if you're at all intelligent enough to know, yeah, he's not going to go anywhere near you. Which kind of happens to me all the time.
You're running hide players.
The guy who beat you was
it's kind of like my tactic with dodgeball. I always hide in the back corner, and I just stand there staring at people, just creeping them the fuck out.
The problem is, I'm sure I could have beat him on the straight-up fight. The tournament was like 4 versus 4, but 1 for 4, whatever. 3 for all, but 4 players. And the other 2 players obviously aren't intelligent enough to recognise this person is doing the, avoidance tactic. So I'm the only one trying to get the guy, and the other 2 players are basically shielding him because he keeps running back and forth. I lost because of that, not because of the skill. Now, on skill, he was pretty good. Because we had like a 1 versus 1 life. He had 3 lives at the end of it. I had 1 where the other players died. And he was still a good player. He just cheated as well.
He was just a douchebag.
Well, it could have been worse because, as I said, he had like a friend with him. And when we were doing all the practice rounds, him and his friend were like fucking blatantly working together, even though it's meant to be free for all.
Yeah.
You gotta hate players like that. But they're at least skilled. They're not totally cheaters, but they were cheating as well as skilled. I lost the tournament, and I have to say tournament. I don't know why I pronounce it like that. Tournament. I think that was all the bad things that really happened, besides the dealer's room being kind of shit. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of stuff there of my interest. There was a couple of stuff, but none of those plushies you wanted me to get were there. None of them. I handed them to like.
I kind of had a feeling that would happen anyway.
Oh, it's a good thing I didn't ask you to get me anything, then, isn't it?
You asked me to get you.
It's a good thing I didn't ask you to get anything.
To New Zealand. Cute.
It actually. What if I paid the shipping? That would be fine.
Right. Although, the one good thing about the dealer's room is, surprisingly enough, most of the items, well, get this, reasonably priced. They weren't that expensive. It was like a plushie was like, how much you think a plushie would be?
Well, considering the fact I went to the Armageddon Expo and they had a Blackrock shooter plushie there for $60 New Zealand, which was fucking bullshit. I asked the guy, I actually looked at the guy, I was like, wait, what? And he was like, yeah, it's the price that they give me to sell it. And I was like, alright, fair enough.
They were like £11, which is kind of reasonable.
Yeah, that's actually
sounds
pretty reasonable.
Yeah, that was a pleasant surprise. Although my pick of them were kind of limited. I got a Haruhi. Is it Haruhi from Host Club, the girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one of her, not the other. Yeah, I got one of her for £11. I got a hoodie. I don't know if they're legitimate characters or just made up anime on the hoodie. What else did I get? Oh, as I said to Karto before, I saw a little Toon Link plushie there. And I've been dying to get a Toon Link plushie for like years. And what would you imagine the Toon Link plushie doing on the sales table?
Holding up the Master Sword or something?
What?
I was saying holding up the Master Sword.
No.
No, you mean...
It was on the table, but it wasn't for sale.
Really?
Because they're kind of dicks like that. Destroying my hopes that it's like, oh my god, there was a Toon Link plushie there. It's like, oh, be cool, Chris, be cool.
So they wouldn't even barter with you for it. They were just like, no, not for sale.
It's like, is this for sale? Is this? It's like, nope. And I'm like,
why the fuck is it on the show for then, you dipshits?
I know! It's just teasing. It was like, I legitimately should have stolen that while you weren't looking.
Yeah, you probably could have gotten away with it if they don't give that much of a shit.
Most of those conventions really... I wish I was a worse person. I wish I could just steal things, because most of those securities everywhere, it's like, no, they just have the stuff like drowning outwards, no security cameras. I doubt anyone will tell you off if you got anything. I wish I could just take stuff, but I can't. I brought it.
Yeah.
Oh, and I got a Tails keyring.
Nice.
Ooh,
For a second there, I thought you were going to say you got a Tails doll.
I wish I would have got a Tails doll, even if it was haunted. Better things in the convention. I got to see Brentalfrosh's lecture. Got to ask him a question, which I recorded those bits anyway. Whenever we get to give him video to Karto, I got to ask him a question. I recorded all of that. I got to see him sing, which is a little shitty.
It was a little shitty.
Not his singing, but what he did. And basically, we all sat down. We could all see. There was like maybe like 100 seats. You could see him on stage perfectly. And then he asked people to stand in front of the stage.
Oh my god.
And there was about 30 people on the front of the stage. So you basically got 30 people who can see you clearly over 100 people on sitting down comfortably who could see you. That was a really shitty decision for an awful.
That was a bad move.
I just hope he didn't sing like Russell Crowe.
Oh no, his singing was perfectly fine. And I don't mean to be rude to him. Oh, what the hell? He's not going to see this. He's getting a little fat. He's got a little fat. A little bit.
I swear to God, if he comments on this, I will be so fucking happy.
It would never happen. God.
It'll never happen, but it would be so brilliant if he commented
He has
on
gotten
that.
a little bit fat. I couldn't help but notice. I wanted to say that to him when it's like there was like a wait in line and get to speak with him for a while. Jig. I did that. I wanted to leave, but the people with me said, no, you're seeing him. You better have a nice night, Chris. It's like, fucking hell. So
You better have fun, goddammit!
You better have fun, goddammit, yeah. So I had the wait for him was maybe 40 to 30 minutes, maybe. Went up to there, and he's selling stuff to us. This wasn't mentioned.
Yeah, he does that near enough every convention he goes to.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't mind. I didn't buy anything. I basically said to him, I'm too cheap to have this stuff. Can I just have a photo with you? It's fine. He said, yeah, it's fine. So the person with me, Dave, he took the photo. We go into the photo album. Guess what happened?
It malfunctioned.
No. In a way. There was about 6,000 other pictures there. Kind of impossible to find the picture. It was in no organization. It was like his phone was hacked or something. It was fucking weird. So we spent another 20 minutes looking through the phone. It was why is there 6,000 photos in here? What the fuck's going on? So it just took a photo of my one, and it's oh, sorry to interrupt. It's it's fucked up. Can I take another photo? It's fine. And he did it, for his credit. Because he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
So, but before that, Doug Walker was also there inside the corner. I wasn't going to get to him. He was kind of swarmed himself.
Oh, yeah, he would have been fucking completely.
Yeah.
But I did manage to trip in front of him, basically. There was a little... Yeah, go on and laugh.
No, but I bet you that's going to be on, the fucking highlight reel.
I wish.
Channel Awesome highlight reel. Someone trips in front of Doug Walker.
There was a little step where he as you left left the stage, but left the seating area of the stage. Didn't see it. I was what the fuck? I didn't trip over on my face, as funny as that would have been.
You just sort of stumbled a little bit.
Yeah, stumbled, yeah. So that was kind of fun. I don't think he even noticed, even though he had proper vision of me. So he's a dick. No. He was busy with fans. He couldn't just say, oh, is that guy right? Oh, and... it's on the second day, walking back and forth to the halls. It's I saw Doug on the street getting directions. I was ooh, I don't think I'm going to be a dick and ask it say, hello, Doug. So, yeah.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah, missed opportunity, but I kind of thought I would hang around as casually as I can. So I put my bag down. No, I didn't follow him.
Just stalk Doug Walker.
I wish I would found I wish I had like
Oh
found
God,
a
no!
hotel
Don't
room
make it
and
worse
like
for
said
yourself.
to everyone, "Come with me. We're all going to Doug Walker's hotel room. Come with me."
Oh, that would have been the funniest shit. Just figure out. That would have been creepy as fuck, but also you probably would have found it hilarious. Like,
You probably would have found it hilarious, but I'm pretty sure he was kind of off to that sort of behaviour,
yeah,
considering
he would have
like
gone. He would. Yeah.
he was driven in from a different like town
Yeah, he would have had security.
every day.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure that probably happened to him before. So I was like looking in my bag, looking all casual, and his natural voice is like exactly like the sort of Nostalgia Critic's voice, which is weird because you see him like vlogs, and he sounds a bit more normal than the exaggerated Nostalgia Critic voice.
Maybe he was just being Nostalgia Critic while asking for directions.
He was dressed
God
up.
damn it, these directions suck!
He was like, "Oh no, it's fine. He sounded more like Nostalgia Critic than Doug, if that makes any sense.
I don't know, maybe he's just in the voice, I don't know.
Yeah. So I got to see both their showings. He did like a speed date in for all the cosplayers.
Oh God, that would have been brilliant.
It was like a.
I hope his wife knew about that.
No, he was the host of like a game show for like love datings, cinemajigs. That's what he was doing. He wasn't actually dating them, as fun as that would have been. And I was like putting on my hand.
I could just imagine seeing that now as a Nostalgia Critic video now.
Yeah. Well, didn't they do that with Nostalgia shit once? They did. But
Yeah,
anyway,
look how awkward that turned out.
they're not real characters, Dominic. I have to do a sit down and talk to you about this for a little while. So both the shows are fine. I was really hoping you would pick me, even though I wasn't in costume, because I so would have said, I would have broken out my fucking cosplay killer character. Just done it. So that I am the always politeful cosplay killer, saying that in a room full of cosplay people to make things awkward. That would have been nice. It didn't happen though, so.
Shame.
So what else?
Play any games?
I played the games. I just bought this one. Right. I was really lucky, basically, because I went inside one of the lectures for like make your own cosplay. This was the lecture, not the workshop. Reminder. So I was in that. It was pretty boring, pretty annoyingly bad. Actually, the person who did it was not experienced. She had never done a lecture like this before, but I still applauded at the end. In fact, I started the applaud at the end. I felt nice about that. But she wasn't very good. But I locked out because Brunchel Floss's Q&A was directly after that. So I was like, I didn't have to wait in line. That totally worked out well for me.
Good job.
And it was packed. Everyone was in there, so...
Oh God, I have the perfect image for that, Karto. I remember, on Neptunia when they go to the R18 Island.
Yeah.
Dude, just as planned. I have a screen cap.
Oh God.
I can send that right now, and you can use it in the podcast if you want, because I screen capped I knew I would need it. I fucking knew it. I knew one day I would need the screen cap, so I took it.
This might actually be a visual podcast anyway. I'm going to hopefully send Karto the videos, and he might be able to add it to them.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do with
Skype
it.
Might be.
I don't know why, but my Skype is telling...
Your Skype is telling you you're on arse.
It's to close, so give me a second.
So I was in a really good position, but I moved to the front row because I could film him a lot better there. So it's like, yeah, this worked out really well. Other stuff that happened. I did I took part of the mural, the art mural.
Yeah.
And I did some couple of nice little pictures there, to be fair. And he's gone.
Yeah.
I did a couple of nice little pictures. I did like the 4 different coloured links, the 4 swords.
Yeah.
As like toon links. I did that.
And I'm back.
Okay.
I did a Ash Ketchum and a Misty, and James James did this really shitty Pikachu, basically. Really horrible. He's not an artist. He's more of a musician. Yes, musicians are not artists. Deal with it.
What about me?
Yeah, you don't count either.
Even though
I'm making a joke.
Yeah.
I did it. So I did an Ash Ketchum with a whip behind this horrible Pikachu, and I actually made his shitty picture look better because of that.
Lol.
I kind of felt good about that. But pretty much like 40% of the mural was empty because everyone was like keeping their pictures, and yeah, that's the kind of guy. That's the kind of artist I am. I will just keep my pictures if they were any good. But that was okay. I think that's just about it for the stuff that happened. Oh, I know what else I did. I lost my wallet.
Wow.
I fucking lost my wallet at the con.
Oh, good job.
I got it back though. I didn't lose it at the con. I lost it at one of the restaurants. I was like, oh, this just giant fucker just at the end of the night. It was directly after I did like the picture of Rental Frost. I was like, that bag with my wallet in. I don't know where that is. I was like, fuck. So I looked inside the building with the gaming going on. It was locked up. I was like, holy fuck, it's going to be in there, isn't it? But I eventually found it in a restaurant. Crisis diverted.
So that's I think that happened. So what cosplays did you see? If you can recognise any.
Here's the interesting thing. Here's the thing, Karto. I love how you're. Hold on. I love how you're asking that question when the question you should be asking is, what didn't he see?
Yeah.
Well, knowing Hunter, he'll have a hard time recognising any. So
yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's why I just said I saw a Misty. I don't recognise anyone else. Now there was like one Misty. There was like 3 or 2 Ash Ketchums there. There was sadly enough no blue-haired girl you like. The singer one. Miku. There was no Miku.
I find that hard to believe, to be honest.
I found it hard to believe. I was like,
no vote.
where the hell is Miku? Miku's always here. I probably just missed them, if anything. I saw Slenderman. That was quite cool.
Of course.
I didn't play the game, but I saw a Let's Play, so I know what he was his deal. That was basically all the cosplays I recognised. There were some really good ones though. There was like this guy with like a black like leather costume with like a metal trim on it. It was beautiful, and he was like the best person there. He was even picked for like the Doug Walker dating game, and he did really well. Yeah. Mixed feelings.
Yeah.
Definitely mixed feelings.
Did you, when you were just like wandering around, did you like see any cosplayers coming out of the shops or anything? Because honestly, when I went, that was some of the funniest stuff that happened.
Well, you know me, I don't really go to the shops that
well, even if I was just wandering,
see them.
Yeah,
still see them.
Yeah, just as I was wandering around, I'd see like there was a pizza shop nearby, and I saw some of them eating a pizza in there. So there's just some various cosplayers in the pizza shop eating pizza. And
yeah, I had that happen to me actually. I completely forgot about this when I was at Armageddon. As we were leaving, there was just like, I think every single Sword Art Online character all sitting at a table, just having like coffee and shit. And I was so tempted to just take a picture of that. That was just amazing. I don't think they would have minded either, but it was pretty awesome to see. Like, it's just every single main character in Sword Art Online just sitting at a table drinking coffee and eating like a burger. It was great. Good stuff.
Yeah, there were quite a few cosplaying groups there. Like, I didn't recognise any of them, but they were so obviously like from the set. Like, I think there was like a Naruto group.
There's always a Naruto group.
Naruto group, yeah, I was gonna say.
But yeah, I don't think it's that unusual to see like cosplayers like buying shit. It's a lot of hassle to take your costume off.
I know it's more like the workers and how they just go like, what on earth is going on?
I wouldn't care. It's like at most
Yeah.
you would think it's like a fancy dress party. That's it. That's all you'd have to think. It's like, oh, isn't it a little late for Halloween? I don't think people kind of get that kind of reception as much as you'd think they would. It's
Some of them did while I was there.
yeah. Well, those people are stupid.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's always a bit weird with Alcon, because they do it just as people are going back to the university.
Right.
So you get all these new students going, what is going on?
Oh, that was a weird sight. It's like we got all our bags out the car on the first day, and we were like trying to find the way to the proper college to get our bags and our maps and whatever.
Yeah.
And it was like we walked in front of this building, which was obviously part of the university, and there was like 60, 70 students there, all
Yeah.
of them Asian. It was like, okay, is no one else got to point how weird this is? It's like, I'm fine for them being inside the school. Obviously, everyone should be, but it's like, no black, no white people. It's all Asian.
Okay.
I was kind of creeped.
Actually, well, what did you actually think of De Montfort University?
It's beautiful buildings all around. I don't know which part was. It's like the university is like all scattered out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, one building is like the student housing. One building is like the halls and the teaching places, and one building is like the cafeteria.
Yeah.
So like,
Did you?
I don't know which is part of it.
I know. Well, did you see like a large tower?
I saw an old tower. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the pretty much the top floors of that, those are the art block.
We are talking about the medieval tower here, aren't we?
No. Oh,
Oh, right.
there was like a skyscraper or, large building.
Oh, you mean the big circle black building? It was like a big round building. Maybe.
Might be.
That's the tallest building I saw.
Oh.
It was right next to the student housing where I was, basically, across the road.
Well, because I went to De Montfort to actually, when I was planning to go to university and everything, De Montfort was one of the ones that I checked
always
out.
book universities where cons are likely to be. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't know. I honestly went to De Montfort on an open day, and
It's
then
like, so why do you want to apply to?
it was only a few months later when I planned to go to Alcon, and I found, oh, it's at De Montfort. Oh God, I was kind of a bit weirded out then.
Karto, just as planned.
I was gonna say, oh, what a strange coincidence.
That image is going to get used twice this podcast. Yes, I knew
Yeah,
it.
it was-
Yes, I'm going to have to live next to a convention for me.
Yeah, but yeah, it was just so weird the fact that the entire art block is just the top floors of this large tower. I was like, oh shit.
See, normally I'm
Not
quite
afraid
afraid
of
of
heights.
Normally I'm quite afraid of being inside buildings that tall, not because of the heights, because I'm scared of the structural integrity of the buildings. It's like I'm afraid for the building to collapse in on itself.
Considering
It's
the
even
fact
more-
considering the fact I live in a place where there was an earthquake and skyscrapers fell down, yeah, I understand your fear, mate.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
I am really scared of the structural integrity, not the heights. But yeah, but I saw that building. I think I saw the same building you're talking about, and I was like, well, it's a pretty tall building, but it's spread out quite thickly. I think that's quite structurally sound. I wouldn't have a problem being in that building. And it's yeah,
Well, I
it's
mean,
kind of
like I say, it has been a few years since I went, because like when I went, the pub where they were mainly holding the con, the next year got turned into a Tesco.
Alright.
yeah. I think I saw that Tesco.
So the pubs over there are getting closed down too.
Yep.
Because let me tell you what, in New Zealand, the pub's all in Dunedin. And let's just say Dunedin, where I live, is pretty much just a giant university. Like the whole town is pretty much just the Otago University.
Oh my
And
god!
there are
It's
literally,
it's like the horror.
and literally there is like only like a few like pubs that people actually go to, and then the most famous one that was going for the longest time gets brought out by the university and closed down, and everyone's just like, you do realise that this is just going to mean we're all going to get pissed in our dorms and wreck the fuck out of the place, don't you?
Probably true. But I think me and Karto speak. I think I speak for Karto when I say good riddance to any bars. Fuck 'em. Can't stand bars.
Hmm.
I'm not going to the university. I'm going to the Polytech. So
Yeah, well, I mean, the pub there was actually really nice.
Oh yeah, the pub inside the convention place was really like nice and friendly. It was a bit crowded, but strangely enough, you could like get around from like corridors. There's like a couple of like side routes you could take, and I took advantage of all the side routes because I'm not going through those crowds of people. No one else did. They're like, fuck it. We're just moshing here. Yeah, place was fine. The staff was average, I guess. They were informed, but they weren't really knowledgeable, if you get me.
Yeah, I think I get you.
Yeah. It was an okay con, but I still think I am justified to ask for a refund. There were so many different damn events that I didn't get to take part of. Not because I didn't get to wait in queue, not because it not because I wasn't able to take part, not because other people got there before me and so on, because it's poor organisation, not my fault. Therefore, I think I'm legitimately able to ask for a refund.
fair enough.
Oh, actually,
It would be fair enough if I actually paid for the convention.
yeah.
Exactly.
Just think about that, Hunter. What was your ID card?
It was Ninja.
Yay!
There was a depiction. I can't pronounce the word.
Depiction.
What?
Depiction.
No, when they get people's signatures. Petition. There was a
Yes.
petition to add wizards to the roster lists.
Well, because I think when I went, they were trying to get vampires in.
Yeah, and I was like, nah, Spartans. Definitely Spartans.
Yes. All hail the mighty Spartans.
So maybe next year instead of wizards, they go for Spartans, and then someone else suggests something, and nothing will get added. So, so it was okay, and I think that's about it. I think that's all.
Yeah,
Besides my bitch to fucking Dominic one. I always forget your name. It's not easy to write. God.
The Dominic one.
Your username sucks.
Oh my god.
Hey, don't blame me, blame the Nretsew's friend.
Yes. Speaking of which, hi Abby! Hope you're happy.
No, the reason I get to bitch at you is because I have been dying to get into tabletop RPG gaming. And you have friends that do it.
Yeah,
You
but,
are a fucker.
You are a boss.
yeah.
And you didn't
What?
even bother mention, I've got a couple of friends who do gaming. Oh,
Ding,
thanks.
ding, ding. Round 1, Dominic versus Halo Hunter. Round
Yeah.
1, buy your tickets. Here we go.
One problem. I did all this online.
You did it on... Well, you know what? I too have a computer that runs online.
It's a shitty computer, but it's a computer.
Shut up.
Point 2. These were with friends that you don't know of, that I know of.
It's the same as any other group you're being introduced to. You say, I know this friend who wants to play this kind of game. He needs help, much like myself. You said you're a newbie too, by the way, so don't deny that.
I'm not going to deny that. That was going to be point 3, actually.
So we could have both learnt together at the same time, and I'm sure they wouldn't have minded.
It would have been a magical journey.
Yeah.
A magical journey of us backstabbing each other in the adventure. Totally.
I watch Counter Monkey. I know the stories of the shit that goes down a tabletop game.
Yes,
What-
like pizza behind the toilet.
God.
One of the classics. So, please explain why you didn't invite me, Dominic.
Because when I was doing this was planned weeks before.
Even worse!
And in fact,
Making it better.
Karto. We gotta leave this in, eh? We gotta leave this in, eh?
Oh, yeah.
We gotta leave this shit in.
let's leave the shit. Another thing, this was at a time when you wasn't even on Skype.
Yeah, because I was at Alcon. But you never mentioned you had this shit. God. And because of this, I'm sure you're not going to invite me to the other one, but I don't care. As long as I get to rat
Of course
you
I'm
out.
not going to invite you to the other one. We still need to finish it.
You know, you could consider...
Karto, would you like some
hang on.
popcorn?
No. I do have a good counter for this. So they're adding you to the group, but they wouldn't add anyone else because they're finishing, right?
Well, yeah,
Karto, here's
we
some
already
pizzas.
planned out who was going to be in this game, probably like a month or so.
A month ago. You're an asshole.
Just
When you are finished...
problem is you can't really blame me. If you want to blame someone, blame my friend in Denmark.
I don't know your friends, but I know you. I'm still blaming you.
Okay, you two
Whenever
finish
you
now.
do the next one, whenever you start a next one, you better invite me, otherwise I'm just going to have to come to your face and kill you. It's going to happen.
Okay, are we done now?
I'm already done. I'm
is
just
the hissy fit over?
Oh, this fell off.
Karto's just like, shush.
Ow. Okay. I'm done.
Calm down.
I'm done.
Let's calm down and have a slice of pizza.
Group
I
hug.
sent it through the chat. I sent the pizza through the chat. You're welcome to have a slice. Oh, right then.
Is that it?
Well, this has been a good podcast.
Actually, there are a few other things we could probably mention, like what games that have been out this past month.
Way to end on a high. No, go on.
Like DuckTales Remastered.
DuckTales. Woo.
That's all you need to
started
know.
off again.
Honestly,
That's on
that
you,
game
Dominic.
was fucking amazing when I played it.
Remember the rule, you only get one of those per podcast.
I know.
Yes, and you used it wisely.
I know.
Hey, Nretsew! DuckTales!
Fuck you.
Funny enough, I've probably completed like maybe 6 games this month that have come out.
Me too. Yeah, go on. I'll mention what games I've been doing as well.
Like, for one thing, I got DuckTales Remastered, completed that. The Castle of Illusion remake that was announced just after DuckTales, which I have to find that was quite a good remake, despite with it adding like 3D elements. Like it just reminded me playing of the original Crash Bandicoot games in some points. Because I got this vibe when you're getting chased by a giant apple that reminded me of the boulders.
A giant apple. Yes, that does sound like Crash Bandicoot, yes.
Yeah, well, they even had the one section where you had to jump on these like timed platforms whilst you're over a bloody river. Other than that, I also played the Flashback remake that was released for like Arcade of Summer. Funny enough, that was actually a good game. Best thing about
2013, the year of the good remakes.
that, it was more like summer of the good remakes, really.
I mean, I would love to see so many games get like a remake, but I think we mentioned that in the last podcast. We're going.
Blinks the cat. Blinks the cat.
Alpha Centauri.
Skies of fucking Arcadia.
Skies are fucking ugly.
How much Sheffield again?
Now, I also downloaded one of the original games, which was basically the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows game.
Use the abbreviation.
Well, yeah, TM. TMNT. That would be a lot better. Now that was a good game. The combat system in that reminded me somewhat of the Arkham Origins and Asylum combat system, because you can do stealth and it's quite good, but the leveling up system, you have to get like a certain score to level up.
Would have been awesome if they modelled it exactly after the same game, so it's like the turtles like come up behind people and like snap their necks. Essentially, it's like
Oh my god, it's Batman, but he's a turtle.
Well,
Yeah.
the stealth move is similar to like that, but it's just like knocking them out by chopping them on the neck, really.
Vulcan nerve pinch.
There is that in there, Hunter.
Oh fuck.
Because the Rooster Teeth guys did a Let's Play of it.
Right.
So, I know a little bit of what happens.
Yeah.
But I think
Is that what they...
Trying to.
let's think, because I mean, all this is good, but let's face it, guys. GTA 5 comes out on Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, boy.
I don't think I'll be getting it, but
I know I won't be getting it until like at some later point.
Got it pre-ordered.
of course you do.
Never played any of them.
Talking about pre-orders. That's what I did with like Castle of Illusion, because the pre-order bonus was quite good, because they actually let you download the original Castle of Illusion.
That's not that bad.
Yeah, I gotta get my pre-order down for my DS, because that's coming out on the 27th next week. Well, not next week, but in 2 weeks' time. So better get that sorted so I can at least get a deposit in it.
I'll admit,
Yeah.
yeah, because I mean, I'll admit, apart from like Sonic Lost World, there's nothing else coming out this year that I'm really interested in.
No, and that's because
Personas at all?
no, you wanna know why? You wanna know why? It's because GTA, Ghosts, Battlefield, right? Nothing wants to come out at the same time as those three, because you know for a fact that you will not get seen. You will not get noticed if you come out at the same time as those three. There's no way.
Well, there's also, because I mean, I am interested in Watch Dogs, but I'm going to be.
Watch Dogs looks good. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna wait for that.
it's good, but it's not something that I'm really eager to get my hands on.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till I get my PlayStation 4 to buy that.
Yeah, same here.
I'm-
Yeah,
that's-
I know what a brilliant title for the PS4 edition would have been good for Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs Glossy Edition. That's what it's going to be, really.
No, I think I'm probably not going to be buying any more console games until I get my next gen console. I don't think I'll be buying any Xbox games anytime soon.
Even though
unless
both Microsoft and Sony have said, oh, the PS4 and 360 both have years ahead of them still. There's nothing coming out.
Dude, I give it 2 years, Karto. I give it 2 years. That's what I give it. Not even that. 1.5. 1.5. I give it. I bet you. But you know, I mean, unless I see a really good game on the 360 that's really fucking cheap, I'm not going to be picking it up. I'm not picking up anything that's going to be like anything that I could get on a PlayStation 4. I'm not going to pick it up.
Yeah, same
like,
here.
I'm not going to do it.
That's
There's no
Speaking of
point.
a 1.5 rating, what was that game Angry Joe reviewed about the motorcyclist person?
Ride to Hell.
Fuck.
Yeah, the Road to Hell.
Oh, no.
Dave, you don't know Dave, he works with me, but he brought that game.
Oh, God.
I wish I could have been there when he like was buying it, because I said I just would have been like, dude, you ain't gonna like that game.
You ain't getting your money back for that shit.
Well, he kind of wisely rented it, because he rents almost every single game according to him. So,
Yeah.
well, maybe
That's cheap. So that's cheaper. So
yeah. Which I think there's kind of a debate between renting and owning a game, which you can no longer own a game anymore, I suppose.
yeah. The thing is that takes me back to the days back when I had my original Xbox, and well, not I have to call it that now, but you know what I mean. And back when
Actually, just stopping there. Just speaking of, Xbox and everything.
Mhm.
The guy in charge of the Xbox One was recently interviewed, and he said that the nickname X-Bone was disrespectful
Well,
It's your own fucking fault!
No,
You
that's it. We
bitch.
have to call it the X-Bone then.
Yeah,
Because it's
Yeah,
and
good on you.
well, it gets better because Microsoft then bought the rights to the website name xbone.com.
You
Defend that.
stupid. You've just.
At least we know
They
what
shouldn't
to
have
call it
said
to this
anything. They shouldn't have said anything and just ran with it. Because, for fuck's sake, you idiots. Anyway, as I was
They
saying,
made themselves a target because we are all just going to have to call it X-Bone from now on because he said that because he's a
Yep.
fucking moron. But was that all the games you played, Dominic? Dom?
Actually,
Yeah, no.
I did actually play BioShock Infinite,
Oh,
and I
okay.
completed that, and I am still fucking confused about that ending.
Okay,
don't
so
spoil it.
Don't spoil nothing.
Alright,
Yeah.
I won't spoil it then, because I mean, if you want to know, Dominic, you might have to chat with me about it later, because I can
Yeah.
kind of explain
I
a little
might
bit.
say
I might have
I'm not
to.
allowed to talk about it. No.
Alright, I won't talk about it if you two don't want me to.
I'm
I'll
waiting
be
to finish a Let's Play before I see it, basically.
fine. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Anyway, as I
Is there
was
anything
saying
you could
about...
say that wouldn't be a spoiler? Like, that part when...
Well, considering the fact that he wants me to explain the entire ending to him, no.
Okay.
Because the
Although
ending
I will
is...
give you one thing: the only weapon you get in there is quite useful.
You see,
Yeah.
me and Karto could, turn off our mics.
Okay, if you...
I can't really do that because obviously I'm recording all
Karto
this.
has to record it. Oh, I'm recording it too, but that's true. But yeah, it's the ending is kind of confusing and it takes a little bit of time. Dominic, I recommend go to Total Biscuit's channel because he did a video on the ending. Go to his channel, Total Biscuit on YouTube, and look up.
Is it as confusing as Mass Effect Freezer?
The problem with it is that it's one of those wibbly wobbly timey wimey space type continuum
That's-
endings.
And how to describe that? Can you say that again, please?
Wibbly wobbly timey wimey spacey wimey toomy endings.
That's the most adult description I've ever heard of it.
But
Well,
that's what it is.
our only
though.
Doctor Who reference for this podcast.
Yeah. But that's what it is. That's the problem most people have with it is it's one of those endings you kind of have to stop for a minute and think about it because it's very complicated if you don't pay attention to the game and what the game's themes are and all that. So I can understand why you're confused about it. So I would recommend just go to Total Biscuit because he did do a video on it. So
I think a game should lose a whole star if it doesn't have multiple endings. There's no reason why it cannot have different.
well,
outcomes
depends
at
on
different
depends on the kind of story they're trying to tell.
Yeah.
Anyway,
True.
back to my nostalgia story that we completely derailed. It takes me back to the time when I used to rent games because we never used to be able to buy them because they were so expensive. And I would always have 3 days to beat a game, and I'd always speed run the fuck out of games just because I'd want to complete them in 3 days.
So one
I'd
time
always
you
be,
rented Karto too.
I always would rent games like Karto and fucking and I'd be trying to speed run them in 3 days. Never managed to do Karto and whatnot in 3 days, but I do.
You legitimately rented it?
I rented Karto. That was actually the first time I played Karto.
God.
The first time I played Karto was I rented it, and then about maybe 4 years later, I actually managed to find a copy of it and buy it for the Xbox because it took a while. Because by the time. Yeah, because the thing is, like I said, back in the day, that was how I learnt about new games. First Sonic game I ever played, Sonic Hero, because you have to remember I'm quite young, Sonic Heroes.
You poor fuck.
I know,
It doesn't mention
I
how
know.
young you are if you use the phrase back in
I
the day.
am currently 17, and I think I had the original Xbox when I was about, oh god, what year was I in school? It was year 2, so I must have been roughly 6-ish. I don't know.
I hate how young he is.
I'm quite young, yes. I sound older than what I actually am, but anyway,
Sure.
so yeah, first Sonic game, rented it. First Star Wars game, rented it. Pretty much all of my gaming experiences, pretty much all of them were through rented games, and then I'd buy them eventually later on when I was older. So, yeah. I love renting games. I wish I could do renting games actually now, but I don't really have an outlet to do that unless I can find a really good postal service to do
I
it.
think really the closest you can get now, well, you can get through things like Netflix and stuff like that, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, we don't have Netflix in
I know,
New Zealand, so
but,
fuck you.
but Sony do have something like that with PlayStation Plus, because
Yeah.
you can get some like exclusive demos, and you can actually play game. They allow you to play full games for about an hour or so, then it'll lock out and say, "Do you want to continue playing?"
Okay, that sounds pretty cool. But yeah, so yeah, unless I can find like in New Zealand a decent like postal rental service or something that I don't have to pay too much money for, because other than that I have to drive 20 minutes down to Dunedin, pick up a frickin' thing that I'm only going to have for 3 days, and then spend the fuel to go back to Dunedin to take it back. It'll just be inefficient. So
You
Yeah.
have your own car.
no, I'm just
Yeah.
no, I'm just saying like. in
I was
terms
about
of
to
when-
say you really.
Well, I
really
should have said
a lot
I
of
get
us there.
shipped down. I get shipped down there by my mum when she goes shopping and shit.
You get
so-
shipped down. What in a crate?
I go in a crate down to Dunedin, yeah.
Dressed
But
as a
anyway,
panda,
yes, that
just
is
going,
that is the end of my nostalgic story. So yeah. In terms of what I've been playing though, I finished Deus Ex Human Revolution and the DLC, and that was good. Thought it was alright. I'm probably going to replay it at some point non-lethally because I kind of killed a fuck ton of people. I went through it.
That's the way you're meant to play it, not to kill people.
Nah, I went through
Yes.
and I quote unquote lethal run.
It
and
is kind of a
decided-
debatable way to say which is the easier way to play it, non-lethal or lethal.
I
'Cause
thought
it's like,
lethal.
if you play it stealthy, it's harder to avoid people, but then you don't have to fight them. But if you fight them, it's
Yeah.
like straight up, you don't have to
No,
think
I
about
was active. I was like, I've got the silenced fucking sniper rifle. I'm going to fucking use it. Okay, I'm not gonna be assassin around. Okay, I'm gonna use the silenced sniper rifle. I don't give a shit if it's lethal or not. I'm gonna use it. So I figured, do a lethal run first playthrough, second playthrough, maybe do a non-lethal. I don't know. I'm gonna
like
give
the-
it a bit of time though. I'm gonna give it a bit of time because I want to I think maybe a few months just to zone out of the game, and then I'll get back into it one day. It's kind of like what I do.
I like to play as the good guy before I do a set. I play as the good guy and then the bad guy.
Yeah,
in
for
mid-game.
me, it always comes down to this. This is the way I've always thought about it. It takes skill to be a good guy, but it's more fun to be evil.
Yeah,
It's-
I really.
Yeah, but that's what I'm basically saying. It's more fun to be evil, but if you're a good guy, you know what characters are going to screw you over
Yeah,
on your second playthrough. So it should be good guy first. I know what you mean.
I've been thinking actually at the moment about re-downloading Mass Effect 3 because I want to maybe do the DLC in that because I haven't gotten around to it yet.
I haven't.
I've heard it's good.
I've heard that the first two, the Leviathan one and the Citadel one, are kind of like on the ear. Like they're not amazing, but they're pretty good. But apparently Citadel, which is the last one, is just fan service.
Yeah.
And I have to play the the theme shepherd. Apparently, there's like a scene where they do fucking samba with Garrus if you're in a love interest. I'm like, I have to fucking see that. I have to fucking play
I gotta
that
see
shit.
the YouTube clip of that after.
Yeah, they do like a fucking Mexican dance shit. I have to see that. I have to see that shit.
Garrus
man.
with a sombrero.
Yes! Make it happen, YouTube. Make it happen. But no, they do like
Although
some
I'm
kind
still
of
waiting to see Knuckles with a sombrero, but it's never gonna happen.
The closest,
But no,
closest you'll get to that is the cowboy hat.
Yeah.
No, I think I might do
Actually,
that at some point.
if
Re-download
Hunter
Origins.
wants Knuckles in a sombrero, one of our fans must draw it on Deviant.
That
Yeah.
one fan.
One of the-
I'm sure
Not
he's
one
a nice,
fan.
I don't know. The only issue I'll have with it is because I have to re-download Origins, and then I have to log back into it, and then I have to fucking reinstall the game off the
Clear
disc,
some
and
memory
download all the fucking DLC again, because I've got like all the free you get all the free multiplayer shit, so I have to
Yeah.
download all that again. Then I have to download the actual DLC and buy it and all that fucking shit. Ugh. And it looks
Okay,
because
I'm getting deja vu now because that just totally reminds me of that Star Wars incident.
Or alternatively, I could just be a total asshole and buy the complete fucking Mass Effect collection on Xbox.
That's probably easier.
That would
actually
be
is
a
just-
lot easier.
When
I've
you think about
Trying
it,
to find a
'cause
copy of that for the PS3 actually.
you can get that on PS3, yeah, but I've been thinking about that because it's actually not that expensive now because it's been out for a few months now.
Yeah.
It's not actually that bad to buy. So and also you get all the DLC for that. And since I didn't actually have any of the Mass Effect 2 DLC, it actually might be not a bad idea.
Yeah.
And I mean, I could probably get used to the controls. I mean, PC controls, and I mean, I've played Mass Effect 2 on the Xbox, and I pretty much fucking destroyed the level I was playing on Insanity. Because my cousin rented Mass Effect 2, and he was like, "Here, have a go at this." And he had it set to the easiest difficulty, and I was like, "Bitch, please, I'm setting this to Insanity." And he was like, "Wait, what?" And then I literally just cheesed the fucking level, and he was like, "Holy shit."
I've never completed it on max difficulty.
I did a max difficulty. I've done a max difficulty run on Mass Effect 2 and 1, but I haven't done 3 yet. I've done a
just
max.
stealth past them. Go on.
No, actually, the thing with doing an Insanity run is you gotta fucking upgrade the shields. Use armor that upgrades the fuck out of you, because literally,
shielding for the win.
In Insanity, your shields are literally as thin as paper. They will break instantly. You have to, like, upgrade the shit out of that. Like, oh my god. But it's fun on Insanity. It's a lot more tense to play Mass Effect on Insanity. Like, it's so, like, because literally anything can kill you. Like,
well, that's why I was considering, like, stealth with stealth with sniper rifles.
That's what I actually... that's what I usually play. I usually play an Infiltrator because I love the whole sniper rifle, and then I'd have Garrus, or like I'd have Grunt or Garrus or something. No, I usually use Tali and Garrus because they're my two favorite characters, and I have them cover.
Shotgun,
and then
that's the cover.
Yeah, because Tali uses shotgun, so I have her flank one direction. I'll have Garrus provide sniper cover, and then I would flank around to a different sniping location and flank them. And that's what I usually tend to do.
Didn't Legion have a sniper rifle and a shotgun?
Legion is fucking amazing in Insanity because he's so versatile. That and his abilities are really good against like Geth and shit as well.
tech enemies.
He is really good. So yeah, even saying this right now, it just makes me want to play it even more. But I don't have any money to buy the DLC. Yeah, so yeah,
it will happen. Speaking of DLC, I bought 2 games. One of them, Fallout New Vegas. Full DLC.
That is a good buy right there.
That one was a good buy. And I also bought, for the same price, Dragon Age 1 with all the DLC. Not so good with the DLC on that one. Nowhere near as good as Fallout New Vegas.
Holy shit, you can get Mass Effect free on the Xbox for $38 New Zealand? Fuck, that's cheap. Jesus. Holy shit. Mass Effect 3's only been out for like, what, a year? Yeah. That's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad. Holy shit.
Foreigners are rude.
Sorry. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Continue. I'm sorry.
I had a really good time with the DLC of Fallout New Vegas. I just called it New Vegas from now on.
Sure.
New Vegas. Doing the Old World Blues, it was really cool.
Old World Blues. I love that DLC so much.
That's probably the best one of the whole DLC pack. Getting like level cap to 50, it was like, oh my god, I could be level cap 50. And then you get to like level 50, and you could be even more powerful if you're a good character, because your karma can constantly roll over and give you more health as you do even more good stuff. So you can become like a god in the game.
Just that game in general is amazing.
Except, I think a massive fuck up, because I went into the Burning Man DLC. And
Burning Man is not that good.
No, it was really disappointing in that one. But even more annoying is when I returned back to the Mojave, crash. Every single crash, every attempt crashed.
Hang on, wait, what version are you on?
Xbox. 360.
Xbox. Oh, then I don't know why that's happening, because PC is different.
Oh, yeah. So I, like, reinstalled reinstalled the DLC. I did everything I could, because I saved all my files inside the new DLC area. I could not return. I couldn't actually finish it, but I did eventually find a way around it, which was to uninstall the DLC, play the game, and it said, your DLC is uninstalled, you have to go back to the Mojave. It's like, fine, I'm back there, I can complete the game, it's great.
Yeah.
Except that my Enclave power armor was inside the cave.
I wanted to go back for it. Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
So
Gonna
I
need to fix
reinstalled the
that,
DLC. It's gone. It's fucking
Yeah, it would do that. But yeah, I know that the game itself isn't actually... The problem with Bethesda games and Obsidian Entertainment games is they're generally very fucking buggy. That's why we have mods on PC to fix that kind of thing.
I mean, there's meant to be downloads for the Xbox Lives and shit, but
Yeah, as long as you keep it patched up, I think you should be pretty fine. But yeah,
I didn't complete the casino DLC.
that
only
one
saw
is
the-
hard. That
I've-
one will give you pain. That one is pretty.
I had a character with almost max stats, basically. Almost. Except for charisma and, like, 4 points in agility, I was basically max character. And all my skills, except for hand-to-hand, was 100%. It was like, nothing's going to be a challenge for me on that area. Except same problem persisted where it crashed as soon as I entered it. So I couldn't even play it. So I have to start the whole game all over again to be anywhere near prepared. It's a real shame. As for the Dragon Age game, it's fine. I've beaten it. I've beaten it with the amount of time in between these podcasts. I've won that game. I killed the Archdemon. Lots and lots of fun. Except, I'm playing it again on max difficulty because I'm kind of cheating with the maximum agility kind of thing where no one can touch you. But yeah, it's just not as worth it as the New Vegas game, basically. I mean, it is an older one. And about that game as well, I never understood why people say Dragon Age 2 is such a huge letdown when Dragon Age 1 was basically almost the exact same. In fact, I'm even more pissed off at Dragon Age 1 because I can't avoid becoming a Grey Warden. I hate that. It's like, why can't I be a crime lord? Why can't I be the king? Why can't I be an outlaw? Why can't I be just a noble? It's no, you're a Grey Warden. That's it. And I'm sure both of you. And I'm sure both of you don't even play Dragon Age, have you?
No, I haven't played Dragon
I
Age.
haven't.
Yeah.
Although I do know someone who has.
Is the gamer? What a bad joke. So, is that
it
about
wasn't
it?
actually a joke. It was actually.
It's not that bad. I'm just gonna do a price thing here. Mass Effect 3 Trilogy's $89 New Zealand, and that's for 3 games with all the DLC on disc, including the
Whoa,
extended
that is
cut,
quite good.
including the extended cut DLC on the disc, so you don't have to download it. That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Comes with Mass Effect 2, and the
be
online
on Steam?
co-op. No, it's 360. One premium package complete with foil box and exclusive artwork.
See,
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
pretty sure-
I've seen all the Mass Effect games for like £40, but I don't think the DLC comes with it. I'm not sure about that.
That's just probably the regular editions.
Yeah. I've seen it. I don't think it's the DLC attached. Which
I don't know, I
I'm
think-
glad they started
I
doing
probably-
this with DLCs with them all on. 'Cause
I'm
it's
sure
like,
I'll look on the wiki because I'm sure that you can get, I think the collection does come with all the DLC. It's kind of like have you seen the Elder Scrolls one yet?
no. Oh,
You can get,
I've got to see that one, man.
You get all the it's on PC. You get all the Elder Scrolls games from Arena all the way to Skyrim. So that's Arena, Daggerfall, Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim with all the DLC. Plus you get an art book.
Oblivion.
Hang on, I'll look it up and get it for you.
I thought there was just Skyrim and Oblivion, and I thought that was it. But you're saying there's
I
like
can get-
3 other games? It's like, oh.
Yeah, they were
I'll-
like
yeah,
PC
yeah.
releases.
No,
right.
here, have a look. There you go. No, but it's the older games. Like Arena was like the very first one, like back in
Yeah,
like
I
the
thought
80s.
Oblivion looked pretty old when I first
But you
played.
get all the games plus the DLC plus an art book plus maps of every single province in Tamriel, all for $124 New Zealand.
I just cannot wait for the MMO version of Skyrim. Like, it's gonna kick so much ass.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, subscription model.
Subscription model. What do you mean?
Yeah, it's gonna be like
Oh, not free player. Right, that's fair enough. It depends how much it is, I guess.
Oh, that's bullshit. In addition, copies of each. So on the Xbox One, you only get the Cerberus Network and the Mass Effect free online pass, which is bullshit anyway because they removed the online passes. Fuck you, bloody EA. But on the PlayStation free version though, you get Bring Down the Sky, you get Kasumi, you get the Overlord DLC, Lure of the Shadow Broker, and the online pass. Alright, so it doesn't have the DLC attached. Oh well, can still get the game.
I have quite a few Mass Effect 2 DLCs. I don't think I've replayed.
I never got Kasumi, and I never got like the Overload one, and I never got Shadow Broker.
I got all the Mass Effect 2 DLC. Kasumi's pretty.
Kasumi was a good mission, but you know she kind of whimpered
The
as a character.
the DLC characters themselves didn't get enough like dialogue.
Yeah.
Like didn't speak to them enough, and that was just because they were DLC characters. They didn't have time to like flesh them out enough. Which is a shame. It's just Kasumi seems like an interesting fella.
No,
not fella. I should say shit. My bad.
Well, that's the thing. They would.
Better alive turn into a guy.
Well, it's just the thing. They're DLC characters, so they clearly must have had plenty of time to write stuff.
Yeah.
How did they not? Why did they not bother?
They did it enough for what was the Prothean guy?
I have no idea.
Oh, Java. I think it's.
They did it for him, so I don't see why.
Javik was a fucking Prothean though. He had story significance.
It's like,
bullshit.
Don't mind me.
I'm sorry. He was fucking useless.
He was useless, but at least they gave him enough story.
That and his weapon was kind of fucking.
Oh, his weapon was crap.
That thing was fucking bullshit. No, fuck
like
it, I'm gonna download Origin just to get the fuck out of my way. Just because I can. I don't think I'll reinstall the game, but I can at least like get it fucking installed.
Karto, did you play any games?
Not that much. Apart from like more of Tales of Exilia and Project Diva F, that's basically it.
Speaking of Project Diva F, yeah, that's come out.
Yeah.
Got nothing else to say about it.
I enjoyed the game and everything, but again, I've already played it. I feel like I've already said my piece on it, so.
Yeah, me too.
That's
good.
Yeah, obviously, I want more of the games to be released, but if there's only one, then it's not much of a pain for me because, again, PlayStation consoles are region free. I can just import it.
True.
But is that about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much.
Yeah, we did a full 2 hours and we didn't go silent.
Yeah.
Good for
Well,
us.
We did a little bit.
It's an extra long podcast because we like.
The bonus. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're covering that anyway.
Yeah.
So don't expect much for next month. There's probably going to be nothing on that one.
Except me saying how good Kingdom Hearts
Way to
HD
advertise the
is.
show, Karto.
And I'll probably talk about X and Y if I've got them by then. I don't know if I will or not, though. It depends on how things end out.
See, maybe we should only do a podcast once every 3 months so we actually have something to talk about.
No.
We do that enough with the seasonals.
I know,
podcast.
I'm just joking.
Speaking of which, aren't those coming up pretty soon?
What?
Less Persona.
Aren't the Outlooks coming up soon, though?
Yeah, we'll be thinking about doing them pretty soon, so.
Yeah.
Because most of the other shows are stopping, so yeah, we'll be planning to do that in the upcoming weeks. So yeah. So yeah, this has been Karto 1989 with Halo Hunter, Nretsew and Dominic. Finally signing off for the BlazeCast for September 2013.
Wow, look at that. It only took me 2 tries to remember my Origin password. Joy.
We will see you next month.
Okay.
Yep, see
bye,
you
everyone.
next month.